Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
All righty, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another special time of the On Deck. We are here with Big B, the Sergeant. We got a new analyst. We got Dirk. Dirk, how are you doing over there?
How you doing? You guys okay?
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great. So, Dirk, So I see that you're wearing a Mets hat. Like, how did you become a Mets fan?
Okay, born and raised upstate New York. Currently live in Texas. Long roundabout way through the military getting here. 26 years. Anyway, I grew up a Mets fan. So it's my birthright to hate on the Yankees, but I'm also a baseball fan, so I respect 27. We got some catching up to do, and it's just everything was Mets. Tom Seaver was my idol. I met Willie Mays when he signed with the Mets. Got an autograph from him. I don't know where it is anymore, but and then I've carried it all around the country, everywhere I've been. Usually I'll adapt a local team. Like when I was stationed at McCord, that's when the Mariners had Rupert Jones.
All right, I know who that is.
Okay, and didn't really pick up the Seahawks because the Cowboys are always really good.
Every Cowboys fan says that.
They're entertaining.
All right, so with that being said, the Mets are in first place in the NL East. Like, how do you see that division going? Because it was like once upon a time, it was the Nationals were in the lead, then the Phillies, then who else was in the lead? Who do you think is going to win that division?
It's I was afraid of the Phillies this year, but they seem to have. There's always something with the Phillies. And the Braves, they're freaking good. They're not playing well right now, but it's early, and we always got to watch out for the Marlins because they'll sneak up in there. They always have good young talent. If the Mets would stop getting hurt, they've got a really good offense, and I think Stroman and Taijuan have been pitching good. Taijuan got hurt yesterday, joined DeGrom, but Thor's he's getting ready to pitch his first single A assignment, so he's probably a couple weeks away. And when they're healthy, they've got a really good team. Their offense, which is not a typical Mets thing. Last year they led the National League in hitting, and they got sluggers in that offense, They're pretty good defensively at a lot of spots, and then they're weaker at a couple spots. They'll try to put Nimmo in center field. He's a gamer. He's a really good hitter, but he's more of a left fielder. He doesn't have the range and the natural instincts of a center fielder, but they got Pilar to come in and play, and he's done really good. And let me see, of course, VR got brained with the baseball yesterday.
But yeah, I saw that.
But this division? There's no bad teams in it, really. And it's probably going to be something like a dogfight down to the end. The winner will be 92, 93 games, I would say, unless somebody just gets hot and goes out of their mind. because they're pretty balanced. And I believe the way the schedule is this year, that they're playing a lot more within their own division to reduce the travel and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to go with Big B over here. So Dirk brought up injuries. I know the Mets actually has a handful of injuries that they have, but
Handfuls.
two fistfuls, I guess you could say that. So we have Trout that went down. He's out the 6.
Well, I was just gonna say they just broke in saying it's gonna be out in 6 to 8 weeks. I just saw the news.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he never gets hurt.
Nope.
See,
Best
Stanton's
player in
out.
baseball.
Yeah.
Stanton's out, I think, day to day, I believe. Let me just look here. I just wrote it down. Yeah, Giancarlo Stanton's out. 10 days.
10 days.
Left quadricep.
Just make that 20 days for him because
Yeah,
he's
probably.
on the injured list.
Probably. Abreu's day to day with the ankle. So, that's I guess, a okay shot with the White Sox. I mean, they're stacked right now, so they can afford to lose him. Like we said, Trout's gone 6 to 8 weeks. That might hurt him a little bit out there. And then, Pollard. I saw a still shot of that pitch hitting him in the face, and man, that's another meaning of keeping your eye on the ball and not to make fun of it. And I hope he gets better. But just said it looks like they fractured some nasal fractures. So
Yeah.
so it doesn't.
I think he
sound
got a
too-
little lucky
Yeah.
in that it hit the bill right before it hit him.
Yeah, if it would have got him in the face, I mean, you're probably
Yeah.
looking at possible eyesight loss and a career ending. So
Yes.
Tony
because-
Canigliaro.
Yeah, definitely. Because do you guys think pitchers actually intentionally try to hurt the players? Because when I saw that pitch, the pitcher automatically went to the scoring position. Is oh no.
no, I don't think they mean to.
There was-
I mean, there might be some pitchers back in the day that had bad blood with some hitters and tried to throw at them. I mean, you definitely got pitchers that'll throw at you. I don't think they tend to hurt them 90% of the time. There might be some fireworks today in the White Sox game. I know there's been a lot of trash talk today with the Twins. One of the announcers and manager and stuff. So we might see some fireworks tonight.
Well, yeah, definitely. Because what was it? Mercedes who hit the home run on the 3?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the video, but I could just imagine that 40-mile-an-hour softball pitch coming in with the guy that can hit like Mercedes on a 3-0 pitch. Probably hit it to Wrigley Field if he could. I mean, so
What do you guys think about that?
let him hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's coming from a Twins fan. I mean,
At that point in the game when you got a regular in there, and that dude's a catcher, so he's got an arm. I don't understand why he was just tossing it up there,
yeah.
But the guy, honestly, he timed it really good. He can play on my softball team anytime he wants.
Yeah, no, and I'm a Twins fan, and I saw the comments from the Twins analyst guy, and it's let him hit. You can't stop somebody from score. If that would have been even a bench player that would have hit a bomb, you're telling these guys to go in there and not do their best. I mean, yeah, maybe Mercedes could have just took the pitch and just let the bat on his shoulders. So, but outside of that, you're out to play, you're out to score, you're out to better yourself and the team. So I'm okay with them hitting.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to get him out, and baseball doesn't have a clock. But, 15-4, I don't have an issue with that really myself. I'm pretty much a traditionalist, but not that. It's, the guys are just having fun then. They're probably all laughing at the pitcher, and then maybe his teammates were saying something to him at a bat, and he goes, okay, let me walk one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dirk, I know that you coach, because La Russa already came out and he was not pleased with that home run, actually.
Yeah. I saw that.
How would you handle it as a coach?
I would I'd be, we're down 15-4. I got a non-pitcher in there, I wouldn't be mad at him. He didn't show us up other than hitting a bomb, but he didn't look at the bench and point and go, ha, ha, ha. If he did something like that, then I would be upset, but he didn't do anything disrespectful to anybody. It's Tony La Russa is old.
Yep.
He's like 77. He's probably way traditional. And, 20 plus years ago, them guys never did that kind of thing. They would have never hit a home run. It's today's player, and he didn't go crazy celebrating when he hit home plate. He just pointed to the sky, and, that's conservative nowadays, I think. I know you guys probably have been hearing all the arguments with the bat flips after a home run. I like bat flips, except when Jose Bautista does it to the Rangers. So,
what would you have told your batters going up in the top of the ninth up that you're hitting? Would you have told them anything different, or you would have just told them to go hit the ball? What would you have told them?
Just have fun, The game's out of control. I know there's been comebacks, but they don't have any pitching in there, so you're really not going to
in the back.
I would just tell the guys, have fun, let's laugh about it. And tomorrow, the Twins could flip-flop it, and do the same thing.
All righty. Yeah, so I kind of want to swing back to the injuries just really fast. So with all the injuries that we've talked about, Trout, Stanton, Abreu, and Pilar, who do you think is impacted the most of all those?
Of all the teams?
Yeah, of those four names I shouted out, who is the mostly impacted?
Probably because Trout's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. That's going to impact the Angels, and they're going through something because they just, let Pujols go. But like the Mets, if DeGrom goes down long term, that's a big impact, but I think he'll be fine. Villar, he actually would play today, except he can't see out of his right eye. So got to give him a few days, get the swelling go down. Evidently, there's nothing serious so far. They're going to do more tests on him, you know what I mean? But losing Trout for a month, 20 some games, that's going to hurt, and especially in the AL West, because somebody's going to start separating. The Astros are kind of looking like they're getting their act together a little bit, So, and the A's are good, Mariners are pretty good.
Yeah, that's
I didn't say that.
So Big B, who do you think is impacted the most?
I think if Trout is going to be gone up to 8 weeks, 6 to 8. I mean, they're gonna. It's gonna be a battle for them. I mean, I know Ohtani's hitting the lights out of the ball, and
oh god.
They got rid of Pujols, but I don't know if Pujols would have made that big of a difference. Probably would have got some more at bats, but we'll see what they do. I mean, first couple games without Trout, they'll have to figure out something. So I think Trout's the big impact one.
Really,
Yeah.
I disagree with both of you guys actually, because the reason I say that because I think the injury to Pilar is probably the most damaging because you already had missing DJ Davis from the Mets, Jeff McNeil, Brandon Nimmo, and Confronto. So that you're missing 2/3. Yeah, you're missing 2/3 of your outfield right there. You're missing some of your infielders. So that's who I think is impacted the most because Ohtani, he's doing all. He's pitching and hitting. I mean, but I don't think we have ever seen that before. With that.
No, we saw last night in the Twins game.
Yeah, did you see that pitch he hit? It was out of the strike zone, and he just tommyhawked it, and he got it all. he's not a huge guy, but he's got real good, strong wrists.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably just really strong. You know, but yeah, Tim, I kind of agree with you. Maybe Villar or Pilar. It'll impact the Mets short term, but they did sign Cameron Maybin today to play center.
Okay.
And he's older. He hasn't really hit good the last couple of years, but he's an excellent defensive player, you know, so they'll won't lose anything defensively. And they're bringing up a couple of their minor leaguers too, guys I never heard of. Got to do some research.
Yeah.
But Trout's got to be gone at least a month. That's a long time, you know, and it's early in the season, but say the Angels just, you know, they play like 400 baseball when he's gone, you know, that might put them too far back to make a serious run. Say he comes back, what is today, the 18th, say he comes back at June 25th or something like that. You know, you got more than half the season, but, you know.
Okay.
And
that is true. And I forgot to mention one other player that was injured. Huskar Wayana. He was injured, the Braves pitcher. I think he was pitching against Milwaukee and had a bad outing, and he punched the bench and broke his hand, so he's out for 2 months.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah, I can't feel sorry for him. I mean, I know you get upset pitching. I pitched and had a bad outing, you know, but I've never taken it out. I might have hit my glove or something, but nothing that would break my hand. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I might have punched a fence or two in my lifetime.
Well, fence. I mean, yeah, but you know,
it is what it is. I mean,
it is.
So,
You're upset. You can't help your team, and you know, I get it.
Yeah. Definitely. So
Well,
we're gonna swing into a little bit of our premature yearly what should I say? Our predictions who are going to be MVPs and the Cy Youngs for the both AL and NL. So I am actually picking Shohei Ohtani to be a wild card for winning the MVP this year. With that, and with my Cy Young pick, I don't know. I'm kind of I gotta go with John Means on this one. Earlier this year, I was thinking Shane Bieber is gonna have the Bieber fever and do it 2 times in a row. But John Means from the Orioles, if you look up his stats, this guy's a stud. Even he no hit Mariners. So I'm gonna go with Big B on this one. Who do you think on the AL side is gonna win the MVP and the Cy Young?
Well, right now I think it's Ohtani's award to lose, but I'll go with the wild card if he gets healthy. Buxton, if he stays the way he's playing. MVP, I'm with you, Sarge. It's hard to pick. I mean, for the American League, yeah, I'll go with. I'll go with Memes from Baltimore. I mean, 1.21 ERA, 4-0 to start the season, 8 starts, 6 quality. So I'll put Memes out there right away.
All right, now let's go with Dirk on the AL side. Who are you picking?
Well, MVP right now, Ohtani, just because he's pitching really good and he's hitting the daylights out of the ball. Also MVP JD Martinez, Boston. He's carrying them, and they're hot, and they're staying hot. There's a couple other guys that are probably up there now, but those two would be my A1, so to speak. For Cy Young, like you're right. I think Means was definitely in there. Bieber's is in there, definitely. You can't count out Garrett Cole. He got knocked around a bit last night by the Rangers.
Yeah.
But also this is a dark horse. Look at Lance Lynn.
Ooh.
I watched him pitch all last year. That dude is a bull. He's a good pitcher. I know why the Rangers traded him away and didn't sign him, but
because he was good.
Right, and he was when he was young with the Cardinals, he was very good. He just had like 2 years recovering from injuries, but yeah, I watched him pitch a lot. He's a bull. He fights. He doesn't throw 98, but he throws 94, 95. He has good control, strikes out a lot of guys. And the White Sox got a good team. He could win 15, 18 games. And be in there. His ERA now is like 1.4. He's in there. And the other guy I want to throw in there, God, I just had his name in my head. The dude that's thrown all the strikeouts without a walk. Morton Mouton, something for Cleveland.
Oh, yeah. We ended that one. The Mariners did.
Yeah.
See, Katie Gleason, the Mariners can do something. So we do have a comment saying, no way a pitcher pitched a no-hitter against the Mariners. How can that be possible? Well, have you seen the Mariners? And go Red Sox, she says. She is a Red Sox. And I think earlier, in one of our earlier shows, she said go Yankees as well. I'm not too sure. But,
okay. I'm going to put a stop to that right now, okay?
So,
if you ever meet somebody, I can't even put that in my head. Go Yankees, go Red Sox. I know the rivalry. That's no matter what city they lived in, they will get kicked out. One thing I do run into once in a while, being from New York, I'll meet another New Yorker, and he'll say, "Oh, I like the Mets and the Yankees." Okay, not a real fan. The same thing. She seems to know what she's talking about, so she must be a baseball fan. But there's no way I guarantee you, I have never seen that statement in my 63 years of living this earth. I got a good friend that's a baseball fan, or that's a Red Sox fan. I'm going to tell him.
So I think it's like our first show on Deck It Was mentioned because, of course, that's to talk crap about the Mariners. Oh, yeah, I'm truly a Yankee fan. Oh, I support the Red Sox.
I always support them because my brother-in-law works. Okay, well, a little bit of family ties there. I get it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now, I get it. But when they play in the ALCS, who are you going to go?
The Mariners.
The Mariners.
Jump ship.
So let's go to the NL MVP. So I am picking Juan Soto to win the MVP, and on top of that, I'm gonna say Trevor Burrow. He's gonna win the Cy Young. So Dirk, I'm gonna go with you on the MVP side and the Cy Young on the National League side.
Okay. Well, Cy Young is gonna be my guy, Jacob deGrom. He is just pitching sick. He's throwing. He's never thrown 100. He's thrown 99. Occasionally hit 100. Now he's consistently 101, 102, and he's hitting his spots. He's making batters look silly up there. Watched the game when he pitched against the Phillies, and Harper was up, and he just made him look silly. I just wish the Mets would score more than 1.9 runs a game for him, and other than him, it would be Kershaw. He's always going to be in there. He's really good too. Good guy. And MVP, seems like the American League guys are making all the noise, but Mookie Betts, he would be a solid choice. It seems like the National League is not really hitting. The hitters aren't hitting. I know the Mets aren't. They're starting to get there a little bit. If Lindor gets hot or Pete Alonso, they're the two big bats, and they're due. Not going to say they're MVP right yet. They're just kind of floating along. But I do like Mookie Betts. Wish he would have stayed with the Red Sox, but they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah.
That's
All right, Big B. Let's hear from you.
I'm going to go. I think the Braves are going to have back-to-back MVPs. I think Acuna is going to take this one.
oh yeah, Acuna, yeah.
Cy Young, I'm a Dirk. I think it's DeGrom's award to lose. I mean, the guy's 3-2, but I mean his ERA is under 1. I think under even 0.7.
It's like it's 0.53.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's
So
ridiculous.
and then but you got to watch out for Flatterton from St. Louis. I mean, he's 7-0.
Flaherty?
Yeah, Flaherty. Yeah,
Yep.
7-0,
He's
8
on a roll.
starts. So he stays hot. I mean, he can give DeGrom some message or some challenge. So
All right. And Katie Gleason popped in saying her favorite player is Kookie Betts in there. So,
Kookie Betts.
Kookie
I
Betts.
did not stutter.
Mookie.
So, oh man. And
So
also,
she's a Yankees fan, supports the Red Sox. Her favorite player is a former Red Sox. Okay,
Okay.
we're cracking the case.
She's truly a Yankees fan. I think we're digging down into finding the real truth.
there we go. So my favorite player is actually King Griffey Jr. I grew up watching him because I'm not setting my age. So he was my favorite player. I like as a professional sports, I'd rather watch him than football or anything else like that. I just remember watching the games in my grandparents' basement and also at home. It was just awesome to watch. And I bet you Big B's is the Puckett, Kirby Puckett.
Oh, yeah.
Then
No
Dirk-
doubt, number 34.
All right. And Dirk's favorite player is Billy Buckner.
That night he was, but a lot of debate on that play. The pitcher wasn't covering first,
No.
and they broke it down and they said, "Hey, Mookie would have beat it out," but and I feel bad for Buckner, but I think Boston has embraced him again because he was an extremely good baseball player and everything.
Going for one play, too. I mean, that's
Yep.
pretty
That's
sad.
just the thing. Of course, about the Boston or the Mets parade after the World Series. It went down Main Street in New York, through Buckner's legs, and into Boston.
Wow.
Yeah, there was. It took them Boston a few years to get beyond that. And I always liked the franchise. Yastrzemski and all them guys, Jim Rice, and you're always Carlton Fisk with the waving the ball fair. And they were like the Cubs. You started feeling they're never going to win a World Series, but now they're the team of the 2000s.
Yep.
Things like that. Yep. If I want to add one more thing, Tom Seaver was my favorite player growing up.
Awesome.
He was my guy, and he was just Mr. Met, the franchise. He was all that stuff. But if we go recently, like within the last 20 years, because I live here in Dallas, for 5 years, Josh Hamilton was the best baseball player I ever seen.
Wow.
He was phenomenal, and he did everything so effortlessly. I would tell my players on my team, watch how he swings. He's so relaxed, Hard to evaluate a left-hander's swing to a kid that's right-hander, but I'm like, just look at how relaxed he is. He's confident and strong. And the way he played the outfield, they had to put him in right field to keep himself from getting hurt, because in center field he would run into a wall full speed, But he had a little relapse, and we all know his issues with alcohol and stuff. Feel bad for him, but man, for the 5 years he was here, he was just. You go to a baseball game, and it's like, my God, he's so good. Everything was easy.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So also during this week, Albert Pujols made the news, or last week I should say. The Angels let him loose, and now he's with. I thought he would go back to St. Louis, but I didn't see a fit for him with there. But I see that he went to the Dodgers. So Dirk, with the Dodgers signing Pujols, was it a better deal for the Dodgers or Pujols himself?
The Dodgers are pretty stacked, so I think it can't hurt to add a good guy veteran like him. He's not going to demand to play a lot, but you gotta, when he comes off the bench or something, or you get into the DH games, he's still dangerous. He's not Albert of 10 years ago, but he's a guy. I think if he plays a full year and gets 120 games in, he'll end up 250 with 25 home runs. That's the past couple of years. It's been his thing. He just had a little trouble getting going. And the Dodgers, Cody Bellinger, is he play first for them?
He plays first and outfield, I believe.
Yeah, he plays.
Yeah, so I don't know who their first baseman is. And Albert's a pretty good defender.
Last night it was Pujols.
Yeah, so get him in there, and maybe he gets hot or something. It's Dodgers are definitely a team that's a World Series favorite. Angels, their arrows pointed up, but they're not there yet. So that might give a little extra spark to it. Plus, he lives right there. He probably doesn't have to move and do any of that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So, Big B, who has a better deal, Dodgers or Pujols?
I think it's kind of both. I think the Dodgers brought him in for some leadership ability with some of the young guns, and I think Pujols took it and knew he didn't have to contribute as much, and he would get a bats here and there and go for that ring. So, but looking at the lineup for today, projected lineup, Pujols is in there at first. So, maybe he kind of pulled the wool over the Angels' eyes, and we'll see him at the age of 55, as somebody said on this network. So
me, that's me.
Julio Franco
yeah.
hit home runs at 49 years old for the Mets.
Yeah.
For the viewers, what I said is so Pujols was number 55. I said it was fitting for someone for that age, or having the same number with his age. So
And that was to a Cardinal fan that, I thought he was going back to the Cardinals. So, when I saw that signing, I messaged him right away, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not talking about it." So.
Yeah.
The only reason I think he would have went back to the Cardinals, because he's definitely not going to play first with Goldschmidt.
No.
And I don't, they've got a good team, the Cardinals do. I would have thought maybe if he, in his head, he's like, yeah, I'm going to retire, and then I'll sign with the Cardinals and do a one-day thing like the Mets did with David Wright to honor him. Let him play, get a couple of at-bats, and then in the seventh inning, take him out so he can, get his accolades. It's that would be a thing. And to me, he'll always be a Cardinal. So it's just that impression you get.
Yeah, definitely. I think Pujols got the better deal out of this. He's ring chasing. That's how I see it. But it comes at a good time for the Dodgers, because the Dodgers lost Corey Seager to a broken hand because he got nailed with a pitch. Because now the Dodgers can put Gavin Lukes into the shortstop spot, then move Max Muncy, who's at the first base spot, over to there. Then you got Albert Pujols right there with Matt Beattie right behind him. So I think it was a good move on the Dodgers, but a better move for Pujols with that right there. So,
hey, Tim, before we move on, did you guys see the reports that Tigers are kind of contemplating on cutting ties with Cabrera?
Oh, really?
I saw that today.
Yeah, it was. I saw. I think it was last week. They're contemplating, kind of like the pool thing. He's batting a buck something, couple home runs, just not producing. If that happens, where do you think he could end up there?
Mariners.
Marlins.
It's hard to say. Like once the universal DH comes around in full swing, I think it'll kind of be easier. But he'll have to be stuck on the AL side, which with Pujols, that's why I kind of think he's ring chasing with the Dodgers because there's not much for him with the Dodgers with how stacked they are.
Yeah, I think he all threw us all a big monster curveball when he signed there.
Yeah, definitely. Because I gave Cabrera till June 13th. June 13th to hit his how many home runs? 600 was it?
5, I believe.
5. Yeah, I gave him on June 13th against the Mariners to do it, but
yeah, and I said August or September late. I think it was.
Yeah. So what do you think, Dirk? If he continues to play, when do you think he's going to hit that 500th home run?
Because you needed what, 10?
13.
13. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, it's
He's got 2 right now, so 11 to go.
Yeah, it's but he's always been the kind of guy that can get hot.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and and a lot of these guys, you know, when you start hitting your 36, 37-year-old, you lose a little bit. And he's the kind of guy, he's never been one to eat right and work out like a dog and be in good shape, you know. He's just natural ability. You know, he might hit, what do you say? He has 10 to go?
He's got 11 to go. He's at 2 right now, so.
Yeah, so needed 13.
Well.
Sometime end of June, I would think, if they keep playing him regular and letting him DH and stuff. These are good athletes. They're not going to be horrible all year. They're going to have hot spells, like Albert.
Oh, yeah.
He'll have a hot spell, It just
When he's
won't
in Colorado.
What we're used to seeing from them. So, yeah, he should, by the All-Star break at the latest, he should reach that milestone,
Okay. Very nice. All righty. So, we were going to do, I think next week, we're going to make our fantasy lineup, like anybody who you want into your lineup with the starting pitcher and so forth.
All time?
Of all time, like you've seen or you haven't seen. So I think that'd be kind of cool to see how like our viewers were thinking with that. So I'm going to do a spoiler alert. Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be center field, and so forth. So I got a little quiz for both of you actually. So I have a Mets quiz and a Twins quiz. Are you guys up for this?
Ooh, let's go.
Let's go. All right, let's start with
Brandon looks like a twin right there.
All right, so we did get a comment on here. It says, I hate to say this to baseball fans, but once again, no one is taking Cardinals seriously enough as they should be. I know people get tired of seeing St. Louis always dominate in the NL Central, but honestly, which NL League teams so far can compete with us? If this is not meant to put down any team, but I feel the Cardinals fan, we are always overlooked.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's hard to disagree. I mean, it seems like when we overlook them is when they do good. So,
well, I picked the Cardinals to win the Central.
Yeah, you did actually. You did.
So yeah, Dirk, who did you take for the NL Central?
St. Louis actually is always good. Okay, Yankees got 27. They're number 2 at 18. And here in Dallas, there's a lot of Cardinals fans. In the Midwest, the Cardinals are popular. They're just not popular on the coast. So that might be where he's getting that from. They do everything the right way. They've got a beautiful stadium. They draft well. They bring up constantly good young pitchers and stuff. They've got good hitters. I mean, they're solid, man. You know, they've got a really good team. I would not overlook them at all. I would consider them the first place team, and the other 4 teams are the ones that should be overlooked. You know, what is it? Milwaukee and the Cubs, you know, and who else down there? You know, it's you know, they're good top to bottom, good pitching, their defense is good. You know, they're right there. They just don't need any injuries. I don't think they have any bad injuries right now. You know, and they've got a good head coach. You know, they're built for it. They should challenge the Dodgers, I think.
Oh, you really think that? Yeah, I can see them challenging. Well, actually, the Dodgers are actually in 3rd place in the NL West.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Fran's up there.
San Fran is up above, and
Yep. And they're playing well too.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna end. I just don't think they have the pitching or the hitting for it.
Yeah. But all I gotta say for Cardinals fans, just remember '87.
You know, one of my high school teammates pitched on that '87 team. He's got the ring. Yep, Ricky Horton. He's a Cardinals announcer now.
Oh, okay.
Ricky Horton.
Pitched for the Cardinals, huh?
Yep. He pitched like 6-7 years. He was a reliever, you know, setup man, that kind of guy.
Okay, well, here's a trivia for the Cardinals. I wonder if Dark Sage is still watching and stuff. Is it Mike Matheny who was the manager last time?
Mike Matheny?
Mike Matheny.
Okay.
Okay. What minor league team did he come from? Burp, burp. He came from the Helena Gold Sox back in Montana.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Gary Sheffield came through Montana. Ryan Sandberg came through Montana. Who else? Ryan Braun, Prince Fielder. So I seen Ryan Braun and Prince Fielder right at their beginning levels. They didn't stay long because every ball they hit was over the fence. But yeah, there's a little trivia over there. So we're going to do a quick trivia about with the New York Mets and the Minnesota Twins. And I'm going to be nice today. I'm just going to be nice because I was going to have Dirk answer the Twins questions and Brandon and Big B answer the Mets questions. I was about to do that, but you know what? I'm going to be nice. So, Big B, I'm going to start with you.
Yep.
All right. Who did the Twins draft 21st overall in 1993?
Torrey Hunter.
In 93?
So did he come up in like 96, 97?
I don't know.
He's 40 something now, and he lives here in Dallas, and I know where he lives. He's neighbors with Randy White.
Okay, so the answer is Jason Varitek.
Twins drafted him, really? Wow.
Yeah. Okay,
Was he in the David Ortiz trade to the Red Sox?
I can't answer that one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
That might have been part of that trade.
Wow.
It was about the same time.
Yeah, we won't talk about that trade.
All right, Dirk. So, what year were the Mets founded?
1962.
Oh, geez. Okay, that was quick. All right, Big B. How many home runs did Joe Mauer hit in 2007?
2007. That was his MVP year. 22, was it? He was up there.
It was 7.
Oh, his lucky number. Okay.
Yeah. The only
You can tell I don't pay attention to that overrated ball player.
All righty. Dirk, who was the first Mets pitcher to throw a no-hitter?
I know it. And he pitched for Minnesota too. Oh my God!
What was the question?
First Met pitcher to throw a no-hitter, and he was an all-star. He pitched for Minnesota. The Mets signed him as a free agent, and he had a couple of good years with the Mets, and he threw their first no-hitter. He was a.
I want to guess this if he gets it wrong.
All right, sounds good.
Mhm. So, okay, what did you say?
Oh, I said I want to guess it if you get it wrong.
I can't. I could cheat and use Google. God. Give me a second here. I see his face right in front of me.
I see his name in front of me.
Great changeup. That was his out pitch. Oh God, the name Juan Castro keeps coming into my head. It's not that. I don't even know who Juan Castro is. God dang it. He was a good hitter too.
All right, I'm gonna give it to Big B. All right, Big B.
Would that be Rick Viola?
No.
Are you serious, dude?
Wait, what year did you say? No, what?
This happened like 15 years ago.
Yeah, Santana.
Santana.
Oh, yeah, Santana.
I killing me, both of you.
I messed up on the year because when you said sign, I'm like, okay, no.
But thank you to Frank Viola as well.
Yeah.
The Twins are really the Mets quadruple A farm team.
Yeah.
Big B, you've been hanging out with Dragon Viper too long.
Yeah, I missed the year on that. That's my fault.
All right, I'm going to give you guys one more.
Johan Santana, that's right.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
all right.
Santana.
All
That
right,
was the
Big
first
B.
Mets no-hitter, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God, they were going forever with it.
Wow. Okay.
Seaver bought like 3 no-hitters into the 9th inning, you know.
Well, good thing it wasn't a doubleheader because he wouldn't have got credit for him.
Yeah, right.
All right, Sarge.
All righty. In the 91 World Series, who was the – well, that's a too easy one. I'm not even going to do that one for you.
I missed the easy ones.
Oh, okay.
What, MVP? I know it.
I'll throw you a meatball. So, in the 91 World Series, who was the Twins' starting center fielder?
Oh, yeah, number 34. Fuck it.
Okay.
That's it. So I do miss the easy ones. He ain't gonna lie.
All right, Dirk. Here's your meatball question. Which Mets player broke the MLB rookie home run record?
Really?
Really?
The polar bear. Pete Alonso.
Yes, that is correct. I actually saw Pete cried on TV.
You did.
True story. On the TV show Meat Eater, he shot a deer and cried.
What? Wow.
Yeah, watch it. It was pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool. So I think this is all the time we got for today. Derek, welcome to the team. Welcome to the.
We didn't do my
Glad to be
stat.
here.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got. Oh,
We
okay.
missed it twice now.
It's the time change.
Yeah, I know it is. So
all right,
I got
all right.
my Phil and Dirk a little bit here on what we do. I typically come up with some kind of weird baseball stat. You know, Sarge tries to guess it. Sometimes he gets it. Sometimes he doesn't. But so for this one, 94 pitchers have completed this feat. Pitchers like Randy Johnson, Nolan Ryan, Sandy Koufax, Rob Dibble, Scott Sale, and Strasburg. Last time it happened, I believe, was May 7th of this year. You guys got any ideas?
Well, I was going to say perfect game, but there hasn't been one this year. And there's been more no-hitters than that.
Mm-hmm.
94 pitchers
have completed this
in all
feat.
time.
Yep. Well, I think it's happened like 99 times, but 94 pitchers have done it.
An immaculate inning. Do you know what that is?
Yep. Nine pitches, 3 strikeouts.
Yep.
Yep. So that's my fun stat. It happened in the no-hitter, I think, on May 7th.
Tim has to follow the Mariners, so there's,
Yeah, they don't know what. Well, Randy Johnson
an
threw
immaculate inning for him would be 3 pitches, 1 strikeout, and then a couple home runs. Then the pitcher gets removed.
Yeah.
Hardy har.
Well, you can make fun of the Twins too, and I would be like, yeah, you're probably right. I
mean, you could the Mariners could like be batting, and the pitcher only has to throw 3 pitches, and they'll be good.
Oh, breaking news! 1-0 White Sox already, top of 1.
Yeah, they're gonna win they're gonna have the most wins in all time, and also today this year, it happened. Randy Johnson threw the perfect game for Arizona on this day.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So no birds were hurt during that game.
No birds were injured in the pitching of that game.
Yep. All right, so that ends it for the On Deck. So Dirk, welcome to the team. Big B, thank you for joining us. So Dirk,
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you 30 seconds, Dirk. Anything on your mind, baseball or whatever?
Well, like I said, I'm a baseball guy. I also am a Cowboys fan that grew up in New York. And this is going to be our year.
You heard it.
Yep. We're going to win 10 games and then go to the Super Bowl. But we are going to start 0-1, unfortunately. Can't help it. It's got to be.
All righty.
So, but good talking to you guys.
Yeah, it was great to have you on the show, and look forward for other shows in the future with that. Big B, 30 seconds.
I wish the Twins would figure it out. I mean, I'm tired of looking at the box scores and seeing them down all the time, just like now. So I know it's a marathon, not a sprint, but right now the tunnel is looking dark and gloomy. So they look like they're going to be sellers at the trade deadline.
I think they also have tied for the worst record. Oh, wait, my bad. They do have the worst record.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought they were a half game ahead of the.
We all thought Pittsburgh was going to stink it up.
They got 13 wins, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So with Big B and Derek, I am the Sarge. Thank you for joining us on the On Deck. We hope to see you guys next Tuesday at our normal time at 8. At 9 Central and 7 Pacific. So come and join us and leave comments. So you guys have a great day.
Have a good one, guys. Let's go.